feel like what we have going here, like I joked about that whole gypsy van psychotic thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is almost something that can be like something funny you see in a documentary where like these 5 guys go in a van and just go across the country doing crazy things. Not like idiotic,
Shit.
but what?
I only have 40 miles left in my tank and no money until Friday.
How much would that cost?
I'm not sure.
I could help you out.
No, I wouldn't ask that.
Well, what if you pay me back then? Would that be different?
That would be different, but I don't know.
I mean, it's Wednesday now, so that's only 2 days.
2 days out.
If it makes a difference of us going out now or you getting back home tonight, then
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with helping you out.
I just really I can charge it on my credit card.
You can?
Yeah.
So that's what you're gonna do? Alright.
I just gotta make sure I get gas before anywhere.
Okay.
Do you know the gas station nearby?
Oh, several, yeah. Like near my house?
Or yeah.
Yeah,
somewhere within
I got
40
one coming out that way and one coming out this way, so.
Okay. Somewhere within 40 miles preferably. That way we don't get stranded before we make it there.
Within, oh, what do you mean within 40 miles?
Because I only have 40 miles to my gallon.
Oh, yeah.
To my tank. Yeah, this would be definitely. Because I think if I were to go home from here, I'd probably run out of gas.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're going out this way, then I'll show you right where it is.
Okay. And I'll just fill up on gas real quick.
And I guess it's cheap because it's one my dad goes to, so.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it probably costs like $30, $20 to $30 to get a full tank. So that's not too bad. That's fine. Yeah, 'cause I'm very fearful of the deer.
Yeah, we do get them around here.
But what were you saying about the vagabond? Is that what you were saying?
Oh, the thing with the van?
Yeah.
I think I completed the thought, but I feel like this is something I could see turning into something goofy like that. I mean, I feel like we're at least documentaryable.
Yeah.
Just like these. I want there to be something very mysterious and unpredictable about us without us having to put on a facade.
Okay. That sounds. Yeah.
And I don't think that's that hard to. Oh, the gas station is right there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't ever really feel like I need to put on a facade anymore. I did earlier. But now it's just kind of me. Because
Yeah.
I've adapted so well to where I can be amongst anybody and just feel like there's something of myself to give.
Yeah.
But there is like a root version of me that it always comes back to, alright, this is the kind of music I really, really enjoy, or this is the kind of, like, this is my style to a degree.
Like when all stripped down and you're not trying to impress anyone, this is who you are and what you identify with.
Yeah, what I best identify with, I suppose. Everything else I can fake.
Yeah.
This is, please pay before pumping.
It's like prostitution.
Regular, non-ethanol. That means I have to go inside real quick.
All right.
Unleaded regular or non-ethanol leaded? Which one is which? I feel like regular, unleaded regular would probably be the right one. I don't know. I usually
You can
don't
ask
go with
them.
pumps. Yeah, I'm gonna ask them. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna just run in here.
Alright.
This is a nice night though. I know it's not raining any longer.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's kind of serene. Unleaded?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the difference?
I don't know what the difference is.
Oh, did you ask them?
No, but I know that whenever it says regular on a giant sign, regular unleaded, that's usually the one.
Okay.
I think the others, they're all unleaded. I think unleaded is like diesel, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe diesel
Okay.
is its own.
I have no clue. Yeah.
I'm not sure either. I should know these things. Sin on skin, tattoo and piercing.
Yeah. So where are we heading after this?
I'm not sure.
Well, what time is it?
I'm not sure.
It's like 9?
It's probably around 9.
Okay. Well, I think that means it's too late for the Wet Heart to give us fries.
Probably so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, there's like Waffle House, and there's
I feel like I ate so much at your house, but we can go. Yeah.
Are you not hungry?
I'm not hungry, but I'll
Okay.
come out.
I'm not really hungry either, but that just seems like the place to hang out.
Okay.
You know, we can still we could go back to Sheets.
Go back to Waffle House.
Oh. But with Waffle House, there's the expectation of eating. So if we're not sure if we're eating or not, that'd be weird.
That's true.
Sheets, we can just people watch too.
Yeah, that is fun.
I want to show you this band, Howls of Ebb.
Huh.
One of the if I did a black metal or black and death metal project, this would be me.
This would be you.
Yeah.
Do they remind you of your process or your...
The instrumentation, the melodies they choose in some places, they're very weird.
Which way should I go?
Left. Nothing is that way. If you want to get on 460, you take this ramp right here to the right.
Okay.
Where that guy's turning.
Alright. So you said their melodies.
1588.
Yeah, they're just. Oh, that's what most of them do, though.
Don't be a baby. Use hairspray. Wow, thumbs up.
No, staying powder. Setting powder. That's what I use. Doesn't sweat off.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when that was Toys R Us.
Yeah.
What is it now?
Spirit Halloween store for a minute.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool, though.
But that's not going to be year round. It'll just be there for the season.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, and he said don't be a baby. It seems like they're a baby. I've been wanting to do the corpse paint thing since
You told me.
discussed it.
Yeah, man.
But I think the only two people on board for the idea are
You and Kyle.
yeah, Kyle and myself.
Not Tyler?
No, not Tyler. I don't think Tyler wants to be associated with it.
Really? Why's that?
Christian.
Oh.
They're all Christian.
Oh, man, then my stuff probably really freaked him out when I gave him my promo stuff. I hope they
did I
didn't
make the
scare
wrong
him.
turn?
Oh, hell.
I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just always forget that I have to make that turn after Applebee's.
I do wonder what he thought of that stuff, though. I wanted to be polite by, letting him have it. But at the same time, I know it'll probably scare him away.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, he accepted my friend request on Facebook, so.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I wonder if he knew. He must have known.
That I was that
you're
guy?
you. Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, that's not it either. Fuck.
No, it's this one.
So confusing.
Well, it's also a different story when people meet me before they hear about where I come from.
Right.
Because then there's a level of dissonance that's...
Right. You bypass, right?
Yeah, I kind of bypassed the what's he gonna be like in person,
Right.
which you would have had to.
I dealt with that. Yeah.
Well, not that bad, I guess, because you knew Dean, but not Tendon's story.
Right.
So you
Yeah,
just knew that I was kind of an eccentric trickster, but not that I was some torment, romantic.
Yeah, that's kind of what I knew the tricks of. But I knew there was more to it because you had gone as far as to tell me about different personalities.
Yeah, I was pretty open about that with you.
Not at first. But something told me that your name wasn't Dean. I don't.
Something or someone.
Something.
Why is that? Huh. Well, the meaning of Dean is a group of 10 people or something like that. And tendon.
Okay.
Everything
so
kind of
chicken
connects
dog
in a weird
choices,
way.
that's it.
Have you heard of Dornenreich?
No. Where are they from?
They're German, but I have it on my 2017 playlist.
I haven't went back.
Mm.
I've only checked out your 20. Yeah.
Getting ruined?
No, it's actually in better condition here than it would be in my house.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you not gonna put it in your house?
I probably will.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't feel connected to that house.
Oh, I get it.
So I'm gonna bring it. I'm probably gonna end up moving out of there within the next 2 months.
That's when I hope to move out of my place. I want
Really?
to be out by November.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. November.
Okay.
November time.
Dude, let's shoot for that.
We can look around.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely. Would you be okay on paying bills and rent and things like that?
that's what I'm trying to get myself situated. In the meantime, I've got a lot of inventory I can be selling. I'm also waiting for my SSI.
Oh
to,
yeah.
I'm gonna
SSI,
have to get a lawyer to help me speed up that process, but
Yeah, I don't know if maybe once you settle that, that'd probably be the best time to move.
yeah, I wouldn't want to be all
Yeah. Yeah. that
iffy about
that
things.
Might be
Yeah, I wouldn't want to bring you down.
too difficult. Yeah, I think that would be too difficult if you didn't have at least something to fall back.
Yeah.
Because even with inventory, like,
Yeah, it's limited.
yeah.
Man, but if we get a place together, it'd be
so much easier.
and you can have like constant access to all my gear, instruments. Yeah. Yeah. And the attitude in general. I mean, I have a very, my attitude reflects my constant creativity. The constant creativity. Yeah. I think we hit it at the same time again. With the students come out.
I think it's all the time.
Really? Not in the daytime. It's pretty vacant in the daytime, yeah.
There's nothing to really need since we launched.
Yeah. I might need to use the toilet,
But
but not immediately.
well, everything is wet.
You're right. I think I will if I'm in the bathroom. Are you staying out here or are you going in? ganja instead of smoking cigarettes. It was so realistic. Yeah. And ever since that dream, I've kind of been a little bit.
Have you ever?
Huh?
Have you ever smoked cigarettes?
For 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you should remember me quitting around the time I was talking to you a couple years ago. I quit drinking and smoking at the same month. Same time.
Should we? I don't know.
You wipe them down?
Yeah, probably.
With what?
I don't know.
If you had your afro, then there'd be no question. Put that on the list, the side that says reasons to grow it back.
Should I grow it back?
Yeah. No more wet chairs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You won't? Oh man. Maybe more maintained.
I think that's even worse of a look.
Really? A maintained afro?
The wild fro is the best
Yeah.
version of it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I can't replicate it. I just.
What if you do like the kind of how I do it, where it's, or I used to. It was kind of like the Sweeney Todd, where it grows out, but then it's like slicked. So it's like a big slick.
Screw that.
Yeah, it might be too similar to my image though.
But also my hair wouldn't. My hair texture is just so
Yeah.
unique. It's so different.
Yeah,
It's
mine's-
wired.
Yeah,
Straight. Yeah.
so what are we doing?
I don't know. I've always kind of liked the true kinky afro.
Yeah.
But I can't have that.
So yours isn't like that yet?
No, it's somewhere in between.
Interesting.
It has its own. It's like matted dog fur almost.
Really? You mean like like pubic hair? Is it like pubic hair?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not too far off.
Huh. Interesting.
Kind of like those.
Or even facial hair, I guess is probably not too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My facial hair when it grows in, I get a giant curly beard.
Yeah.
I should grow it out.
Beard?
Yeah.
I like you with a thin one.
Thin beard?
I think a big
A
beard,
suave beard?
just like a day after shaving. Like when's the last time you shaved this?
Maybe yesterday.
Okay, so I'd say maybe like take that for 2 or 3 more days and then just.
Just leave it like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I kept mine neat, like clean shaven every single day to impress Noe.
Did it impress her?
Yeah, that's what she liked.
Yeah, you told me about that.
So Wednesday's her preference, so she knows that there's no going back. Except for the few times we broke up and I threw it back to
Spite her?
State.
Did you break up a few times in there?
Many times. But she'd always come back. She would always tell me that it's inshallah, that God's plan is that we're supposed to be together.
Was she religious?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
jeez.
was Muslim.
Oh. Wow.
Some Muslims, some Buddhists sprinkle. Buddhism sprinkle. But mostly, East Asian. Yeah, just people watching. I don't know if this is the best place to do it. It's everything is so rough.
You mean the best time?
Yeah. I feel like we could go elsewhere, but I don't know where else we could work.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Walmart?
Walmart.
You want that?
That's
Like
kinda
in
good.
Walmart or outside of it?
I don't
Because
know.
I can't walk far.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like where would you want to go?
Walmart's right there.
Yeah. I mean that place is a lot more. These are we only get the kind of people here though. We only get the people our age. Whereas with Walmart, it's like who wants to watch a kid do something? The old woman get their frame to get their cantaloupe.
But I feel like we can help them.
You want to help her with her fruit?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, this smells good though. What's that smell?
I'm not sure. It smells like
I kind of prefer this crowd though. So are we going based off of? I'm not even sure you'd get more people unless we're going inside.
yeah, probably.
I feel like we just need to see the towel. You got anything in your like a hoodie or something? Or?
I have a hoodie, but I don't know.
Yeah. Is that a towel? You want to use that? It doesn't sound familiar. It does sound like that. I don't recognize the song, but that's totally his voice. And guitar. Is the Eagles of death metal?
That's strange. They're not that popular.
Who?
So for them to be playing at Sheep, that's weird.
Who? Queen? The Eagles?
Eagles of Death Metal.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
actually really like that voice. Wow.
The Eagles of death metal?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more like a self-parody group.
For some reason, I think I liked them because I normally wouldn't like them.
That guy that just walked in there carrying all those things.
Yeah.
He was in the bathroom in the urinal when I walked in,
Yeah.
and he just had like just the fetus posture. It was just like the way he was leaning over, like on the wall, just like it's like nothing's worth it. It was just like that defeatist final fate. Damn.
I'm trying to think of when I used to hate more than space.
Is this a metaphor for your mind and identity?
Yeah.
Is it really? Okay.
This is actually if I'm to produce more content.
Get external. Get external.
It's such a massive
I have like 6 externals.
Do you have any that are just no, that don't require their own power supply? That's my biggest issue. Yeah, this is a terabyte, but it requires it's bulky and requires some power.
The little dry supply.
Oh
Oh man, I didn't wipe down the bag.
Yeah.
So, where were we?
Identity.
Yeah. So you said you don't even know where to begin with.
No.
Well, what is it we're trying to do? Just boil you down to an essence? Like get a free base out of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said a free base?
Yeah. Just like turn all that coke into some Doug crack.
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
It's gross.
Just refinement. Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Some black tar Douglas.
It's hard for me because I'm Puerto Rican, so I already feel like there's not that many other Puerto Ricans to draw.
What do you mean?
Draw like with cool appearance to draw inspiration.
Freaking Omar?
But he has a fro, and he's super skinny too.
Why do you have to draw from your people? From your nationality? Do you think that I had to look at all the white people to get some Tenon Levy?
Kinda, yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know. It's just kind of a thing.
How?
I don't know.
Do you
Because
feel
we have
closer
a certain
to your
particularities? We have certain like features, and
I have no idea how this ties into that. This is just,
no.
Yeah, I mean it might be different for you because
It's
maybe
identity thing.
ethnicity plays more into your life and identity just because you're not the majority here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so maybe it's maybe it's more difficult for you to separate yourself from that.
separate.
Sounds like a metal band.
It's difficult for me to separate myself.
It's funny because that's not even that
It
funny.
sounds like a fucking word though.
It does. It sounds like an obscure medical term.
Yeah, separate.
Like
Sounds
like
like
separate, like the pus discharging.
Maybe. It sounds like fusing two things together. Instead of separating,
It's like the opposite.
Separate. yeah. Like instead of separate, you separate.
Oh man.
I don't know. It's weird. like satiate.
Yeah.
Separate.
Satiate.
It's
Now we're just making a
yeah.
Pokemon.
So, yeah, identity, of course. So I think of like Hispanic musicians that I've looked up to, and I think of like Omar and Cedric, and I think of, oftentimes I think of Chino
Yeah.
Moreno,
Well, where's he from? Is he Mexican or is he
Mexican American.
Okay.
But still, I sometimes feel like I can look like him.
He's got a charm.
Yeah, he does, or he used to before he got fat.
No, he's got that teddy bear Chino charm.
Yeah, but I liked him when he was like
junky, skinny.
be
kinda.
quiet and drive. Yeah, like junky skinny. My thing is, I was always attracted to the junky look, but
Me
I
too.
couldn't be a junkie.
That's
Yeah.
why I was anorexic.
That makes sense.
I just like the rock star, strung out kind of
Me
appearance.
too.
That's weird because that's what most guys don't want to look
Don't
like.
wanna
They want to
look
be
like.
buff and
Yeah, I never wanted to be buff,
Yeah.
but I just figured since I can't upkeep the skinny, I'd rather be buff than fat. So
you've got a good tone going on though, judging
Yeah.
from what I can see of you. So,
Yeah. And it can be polished up some too. If I ate a little healthier, I think I was best at like 160 and with some muscle mass.
yeah.
But I feel kind of comfortable in my skin. But I don't know how to be tone and buff-ish, or like I don't know how to be tone and
And
look
still
the way
feel skinny.
and still be unique, because most of those guys are like,
Oh, body type is like the least of the.
really?
Yeah. It's. I don't know.
Facial features.
Did you
around?
read the origins paper I gave you?
No.
Oh, that's so important because that will tell you about the water pourer, the item,
Ionic water
the,
pour?
the ion. Yeah, that was based off a thing called the item, the IDEM, which I don't know if I told you anything about that at all, but I might have a little bit. I had a dream when I was 15, and something about getting in communication with my future self, and this has guided me my whole life, being that I have a link to who I am in the future through some very weird interchronological mediating entity known as, well, by several things. Oh man, you need to read that. It's too complicated. It's like, it goes into sci-fi territory. It's
Like
weird.
it's like time travel?
Well, did I tell you about the dream about the Candelabrum? Where the suicide thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the voice that spoke to me in that dream never went away, in the sense that I would still hear from that same voice in dreamless sleep on rare occasion, and it would always be to instruct me on what I do next to improve myself and grow myself, that I may grow into my future self, which he has first-hand awareness of. So he's speaking to me, but he also knows my other self,
Right.
and so he's kind of making sure that we can bridge the gap.
Yeah.
And that's why this year's so important for me, because that gap is, I'm at the last step here. I'm at the
Really?
last step, and
What happens when you cross that stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you don't have the insight. You don't have the.
I don't, but I'm starting to see from the perspective of what I know to be that other. It's so
Entity.
bizarre. My blog mainly focuses on this, so if you go back and read posts, it's about me becoming him.
Interesting. Did you
It's
think it would take events, or it would take certain?
actions on my part.
Yeah.
Actually, the last step is just maintenance. It's the ability to take what I'm already doing and keep it up, and to not falter. And that's interesting if you think about it, because that's kind of the final step in most of life's processes.
Yeah.
Just make
Once
it a
you
reality
get
or
there.
a lifestyle, instead of just I'm on fire for the first 2 weeks after I lost weight or after I got back from church.
Yeah.
Keep it up and in your heart burning.
That became a very real thing for me too, and I'd fall off and I'd gain
Like
some
exercise.
weight. Yeah,
Mhm.
and then I'd come back around to it. Or diet. Sometimes I would even test myself, and I would just let myself go,
Yeah.
and then see how I'd react to it.
Huh.
It's strange. Even now, I'm not 100% happy with. It's strange because a few days ago I weighed myself and it said 170, so I stopped eating so much, and I when did I last go to the gym? Was that Sunday? I don't know. I went to the gym one of these past few days. Might have been Monday.
I know you missed it this last time.
Yeah, I think it was Monday. I can't even recall. But yeah, I worked out, and then I weighed myself this morning, and it said 166, so it was a 6-pound difference, and I still wasn't happy. 'Cause
That's
I
a lot to
remember-
drop in a few days.
Yeah, yeah, and I remember what I looked like and felt like at like 160, and that
You know
became the high mark.
to weigh yourself in the morning prior to eating, though, right?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even eat in the mornings anymore.
I eat a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I eat like
Is it oatmeal still?
6 or 7
have
bowls
you
of
been-
oatmeal a day.
Yeah.
Plus, I've been eating like tons of honey mustard and crackers and stuff.
Oh, that's wild.
I kind of just reintroduced that into my diet, so I'm kind of like, yeah, I love honey mustard.
Not bad. I'm glad you're eating more though. That's actually a really good thing.
I've been eating most times I come out in public too. So
Yeah.
I wish there was a sushi place open right now.
Is there not?
I don't think so. There's only a bunch of one
I
on
know.
the
Have
pussy
you
side
been
of
to
town.
Suzaku's Cafe? Have you been there?
No, I know of it though.
It's really good.
Where is it?
It's by the other Walmart near my job, Old Forest Road. Small
Okay.
little place.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot
They
lately. They're
do
Chinese, though, aren't they?
Crepes. I don't know if they're Chinese.
Is it near
or
the dollar
Japanese.
store?
No.
Okay.
I think it's Japanese though, instead of Chinese.
Yeah, that name is Japanese.
Suzaku.
Chinese would be like Chi Yang.
Yeah. Man, I miss working in the Thai restaurant often. I've been thinking about Noi a lot here lately.
In what regard?
And just, I hope that she's well. And I sometimes miss the memories that we had.
It's
always
like what we
gonna be
said. You
fun.
still haven't replaced those memories with someone new. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, it's still,
So
like,
when you're missing physical affection, you're gonna go to
I'm
her.
gonna default to her. And the fantasy of Vidya.
Her face on
Yeah.
Noi's body.
Not even that. Yeah, but I'm dying to know what her, that intimacy would feel like.
Yeah.
Just a kiss or a hug or something like that.
I miss that. Even the
insanely-
ability to wonder. I miss
Really?
that. I need something to obsess about. I need someone to obsess over.
You don't get that way with.
Oh, I'm not romantic with her at all. Is that what you think?
No.
Okay.
No. I didn't know.
She's not
if
my
it-
type at all.
She's romantically interested in you.
Yeah, she's
That's
not
what
my
it is.
type in the slightest, though. I am
Yeah.
intrigued by her ENF penis. Oh, that sounds bad.
No, I understand what you're doing. Her ENFP is.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by
'Cause
that.
That's Vidya's type too.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
exciting. But then when you actually get to what she's interested in and does with her time and thinks about, what the hell? What she actually thinks about things is just very...
Vapid, shallow.
we're on a different... She's
She's
kind
more
of...
in the present than. Which is strange because you're a floating head. So you would
That's
think
why
that
it's so
you're-
scary. Well, no, I'm this way because of learned experience. I had to suffer a whole lot before I started respecting my body.
Okay.
But I am like a floating head. I have such bad physical awareness. It's insane.
But you're not walking into stuff or anything like that.
Used to.
Really?
Yeah, I just hit poles, trip over sidewalks all the
Yeah.
time. INFJs and INTJs are both going to suck in that department.
Okay.
Yeah. What is this music? It sounds weird from over here. Like,
Yeah.
you know how if you're not hearing it correctly, it sounds cooler than it is?
Yeah.
You're just hearing a little bit of it. It sounds cool. Probably isn't, though.
I hear the drum beat.
I hear the vocals. Like, that sounds like it could be an awesome song, but it might just be a
It
top
might be
40.
an awesome song though.
I'm so curious now. It's probably just top
Leave
40
that there.
nonsense.
I don't want to
You don't? Wait, are we leaving?
No, I just want to make the song.
This is what we're doing. We just must look so... Now we're just stopping in the middle of the road. Sounds like Phil Collins.
It sounds like it could be, but it's inspired. I like vocals.
I do too. I like Peter Gabriel more.
I like vocals quite a bit.
This sounds like it's cool though.
It is kind of cool.
It has a funky... Sounds sounds like 80s.
It's very, it might be Phil Collins or the fucking, I've never heard of the beat sound.
Wow, it's vacant in there now in the shoot. There's no one.
Yes,
It's solipsism. Now that we noticed it, it's gonna fill.
Phil Collins.
You want to leave, or what do you want to do?
I don't know. I know that.
I'm just not sure where else we'd go that we. I like it.
Me too. I don't hate it. This ain't top 40. This guitar work is sick.
Yeah, it's so fun. She's going over there.
It's Christian.
Is it? Why do you think so?
Say something about the kingdom.
Oh, that could be anything. The kingdom of Satan?
He did something from the kingdom.
Oh, man. Man. It also sounds like it could be Stephen Wilson. He's kind of like a modern Phil Collins. Like he started with Genesis, Porcupine Tree.
Sure.
And then he went all weird, but then he
But
went
it's
pop
all
again.
prog rock. And it's never.
Stephen?
Yeah.
He's too poppy nowadays.
Yeah, that too. Kind of like Phil Collins.
He's gone a Tom York pop kind of.
But he's not metal anymore. Or if Porcupine Tree was like that.
They were kind of. They weren't really metal, were they? They were alt metal or hard rock.
I would say prog rock.
Like Tool. I mean, Tool's not metal.
Tool's a little bit more metal than Porcupine Tree. Maybe.
Alternative metal, I guess.
Their instrumentation sounds more the same.
It depends on what you're talking about. I guess so. My idea of metal has been kind of like shat upon just by metal archives. And so I'm sitting there today listening to, I think a song came on, and I just have the kind of mentality.
Really?
Even though I used to like them a lot when I was a kid or a teenager. But now there's like the idea of whatever can't be on metal archives is not real metal. And somehow that translates to not real music. And so even listening to all this stuff, like the probably wouldn't be allowed on there. And so it's weird identifying that bias that formed for no reason.
Yeah, it's a strange thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Metal,
almost like an
metal
elitist
purist.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, probably roll out of it. I don't know where it's going.
All right.
By impulse, but there isn't much happening.
Oh man, you got. I don't know why that's so funny, but it looks so silly. Just the colors.
This rainbow and
Yeah.
it's
like
pastel.
statement. Yeah. It's like gay babies. Yeah. I'm locked out. Okay, so there is Waffle House. There is. Do you want to like Google Japanese restaurants that are open?
I don't think there are any. I have to go far. I know Suzaku's Cafe would have closed at like 9 or 10.
As with Jade Palace.
We can go to Waffle House since it's not too far from here.
You hungry at all, or still? No.
No, but I'll just go there to go there. I mean,
I guess people do just hang out there.
yeah, and their food is like, they have small portions, so if we get like a little thing of
Hash browns.
small, because I got the large last time. I don't
Yeah.
know that.
But the price difference is so.
Yeah.
It's like, why not get a large even if you won't eat it?
So true.
Maybe we should just get one large and split it.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Although, I guess you're in agreement with just putting ketchup on it and having it pretty plain.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I felt like I overdid it last time.
Big slop.
Just smothered.
Yeah, and the gravy.
I want to do exercise.
I want to do an exorcism.
Yeah, exercise. Like this or not. It's not like that. Yeah,
Exercise the gay babies.
I just want to punch gay babies. I just want to do push-ups.
I'm gonna take that out of context in this recording.
There you go. Yeah.
Start off a Mongrels Halloween show
I
with
just
that.
want to punch gay babies. I feel like that would net us a pretty good, favorable Christian.
Yeah, we're in Lynchburg. Yeah.
Yeah, punch gay babies. I feel like it's a good message for most Christians.
It sucks so bad that everything closes down this early, though.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
We need to go to New Orleans.
Yeah, I want to go to New Orleans.
That's where I want to live, man.
Really? Yeah. Somebody on my Facebook feed said that they're there now, just hanging out. And over the last 2 days, they've seen over 130 bands.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I was there, they were just like, and tomorrow Radiohead will be here. And it was just, what? Just the idea of someone that universally famous being in
and
this...
you can't even find tickets for Radiohead. Like, you have to pay, like, over $1,000.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, it's wild.
It felt like Disney World to me, just being over there.
How long were you there for?
Less than a day. But it left such a romantic impression on me.
Then you'll probably make your way back at some point.
That's what I intended to do before I got stuck here again. Like my bio even said, I lived there for a while.
Did you know people?
No, but then I found out my cousin lives there, and I tried to set something up with him, and he just totally bailed on me in a horrible way.
That's rough.
Yeah, I think it was because when he learned that I couldn't speak.
Oh, okay.
So he just kind of just like stopped talking to me and just disappeared.
That's kind of dumb.
I've had that kind of reaction a lot, though.
So you not being able to speak?
Just to my restrictions, whatever that may be at a given time. So that's what's made me very hesitant to just trust and open up to people.
It doesn't make you anxious?
What doesn't?
Or anxious around people and how they'll perceive you?
Oh,
just
yeah.
Your experiences?
Oh, definitely. I'm very untrusting, but I continue to throw myself out there, just hoping that one of these days I'll get that. You can't roll tails every time.
Yeah.
Or flip.
That's so true.
But I've done it 100 times in a row. I don't know. I've been enjoying our
hangouts.
Yeah.
I am too. Like, but I definitely want to, because I see your ambition, and I don't see any reason for us not to get started on that. I was a little bit disappointed that my microphone didn't work.
Oh, I hope you're not feeling like you're not living up to expectations, or you're not going along getting things done fast enough. Or do you feel that way though?
No, a little bit, like
in yourself.
Pressure. That's only just the pressure that I put on myself for everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have to be somewhat realistic, and I know that I'm juggling everything else in my life too, and I'm in a transitional period too, where I'm
Wait, is that open?
finding myself. No, that's closed.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope you don't see me as placing any pressures on you.
No, I don't feel that way. Damn it, this again.
Oh. Weird. I think you're just supposed to enter from the bank area.
Yeah, that's about it.
Weird.
Strange. But yeah, no, I don't feel any actual pressures.
The idea of just collaborating with someone, I tell you, this is
something you've wanted to do for a long time.
This is what I've wanted probably more than anything in the world for as far back as I remember.
Really?
I've always been seeking to be a part of something larger than myself.
That's strange, because you seem to have done so well by yourself that I thought that was your preference. I thought that was
That was kind of an angsty pullback for not getting what I really wanted.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a response as opposed to a...
It's like...
Might not even be that kind of dry though.
Say you're at a dinner table and there's one piece of bread left, and then you go to reach for it, but someone gets there first, and you're like, oh, it's okay, I'm not even hungry, I don't even want it. You convince yourself that, oh, I don't want that bread in the first place. But yeah, take it.
So that's a response. Okay, that makes
it's
sense.
kind of like, I didn't need people.
It's funny though, because I've kind of had that same reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for so long.
To what, the process of working with others?
Found anybody, so that's why.
Settled.
And even with mom, I've gotten the confidence. It's not the voice that I want to do. I've never even identified as a patient now. I'm so reluctant to. Yeah. So it's again a part of identity, but.
weekend anyway. Yeah, last time we sat by your brother. Yeah, I'm gonna too. I hope that's not weird. Is it only one person at a time? Yeah. Okay. I'll just get a seat. Do you want to just get a triple? It's less than $1 more than the small one. We could just split a triple.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Just plain?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Hello, gentlemen. My name's
Hello.
Amy. Pineapple. Maybe call for tonight.
Water?
I'll do that.
Thank you. One, right?
Yeah.
Nice. We're totally maybe tramping that shit.
No thanks.
Oh man.
That could be my identity. I could wear that baby blanket.
The gay baby blanket.
And just be eccentrically.
Wear it like a bonnet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do really want to think about refining our public image though, and in a way that doesn't. I don't know. I just remember I used to be at the mall, and those guys from In Death Had to Come, is it? The wolves.
Yeah, the wolves of Vineyard.
Yeah, there's like the two guys. There was Hunter, and the main guy was Paul. Yeah, Paul Wagner. And Hunter's the guy from Caliginosity or Caliginosity.
Which one was in that In Death I Can Come?
Both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul was the singer. But they would come strolling through the mall. A lot of times I was there, they'd have their vests and their leather jackets, and you didn't know what they belonged to, but you knew they belonged to something. You knew they were both in it. And I want that to be the vibe that people get from us. Like, they're both a part of something. We don't know what it is, though.
Do you feel like you developed that vibe?
Yeah, but I do feel like that, but when you're only one guy, it could just be like maybe they're insane.
Yeah.
But when there's two, it's like, yeah.
I don't know what it would be, and how expensive would it be to like just overhaul my wardrobe?
Not expensive at all, especially considering the ideas we have going for just the Comfort Chicos. Like, we'd probably tend towards the tattered. I don't know if you want to get into that territory though, if that's just too weird.
It might be a little too conventional to
how you usually look.
The theme, but maybe we can find like a middle ground.
It doesn't have to be like really super Halloween level tattered, but
Yeah.
just maybe it could even be in just the color scheme of what we wear. Like brown and white and
Rustic,
off-white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a steampunk color scheme or dystopian. I like dystopian.
But that's interesting. Like, how does that relate to the inspiring others to?
It doesn't.
That would be more related to our concepts, right?
Yeah.
Our
Our images just to attract attention.
Okay.
It'd be hard to wear our concepts on our literal sleeves.
Yeah. No, I see exactly what you're saying.
I do want us to all stand out in a way, though.
I would think that would run parallel, though, like if we were doing like steampunk. Let's say steampunk is the concept.
No,
it would have to
just
be
the color
It
of
would
the
have
feel.
to be It would have to be have its own identity.
Yeah,
Because if
definitely
it's,
not.
If
just
it's
steampunk.
associated with steampunk, then we're gonna
No.
be like these guys.
No, not blatant like that. I just mean
Yeah.
like they have that cool rustic old timey look.
I'm okay with that.
The look
Kinda
I
like a
usually wear,
Western,
people think I look like a peasant.
Like a western or something. Yeah.
I think more like a peasant or drifter kind of like. I usually wear like a white button down, and then I have like this little tie thing slung around my neck, and I that in combination with the hat, people say I look like an Italian peasant.
What is the hat? What's the story behind the hat?
I don't know. It was my uncle's. I don't even know what it's called. What's that funny?
No.
Man, he had some really cool. He was into a gypsy phase in the '80s. He's a Hollywood guy.
Okay, so he was wearing the shit.
Yeah.
Suit.
Yeah, he had a cool sense of style. So I just found it in the house and I
It
was
looks
wearing it.
very Soul Train.
Really? Is that why you laugh?
I'm just picturing you on
Like
the Soul
dreads
Train.
in the back of the hat?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. More people think that it's more like a romantic, like a Venetian kind of style.
How did you stumble onto it? Like, can you find the history behind that style hat?
I have found some of them on Renaissance websites that look like this.
Really? Are they the same?
Even the painting of Da Vinci on my wall, he has something that resembles this.
Yeah.
That was a coincidence.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
That's kind of what I associate with the old Italian Renaissance.
What else were they wearing back then? Because the concept is to inspire people to be their own Renaissance, right? Like that's kind of what we're
Yeah, that's true. Like what else were they wearing? Kind of just lacy button-down kind of things. I had a shirt that I got recently, but then I returned it. It was cool. I had like had like lacy things up here and then puffy.
like frills?
Yeah, and I liked it, but it was just a little big on this other side. So my mind blanks out when those guys like that.
Guys piss me off.
Really want.
I'll tell you later. When one sat down, he threw himself down. Just like, whatever. I'm just here.
It looks a little bit like an inbreeding.
What?
Like an inbreeding.
Inbreeding experiment?
Yeah.
Gone.
Over from West Virginia.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh man, going through West Virginia is creepy. The whole thing feels like some kind of inbred.
I've only been through like a small little bit, like the northern, going through 95, like
I've been through
81.
southern.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's creepy. It feels like you're in a horror movie. The
I've
people,
seen the hills have eyes. Yeah, I don't.
It felt like that.
It's a strange state, West Virginia.
Yeah. It's like Virginia didn't want to be associated with it.
Yeah, it's just like the exile,
It's like, go away.
the outcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but identity. Would you feel like you'd have to augment your identity a little bit more? You already got that down.
Yeah, and it's kind of, I'm the one that's kind of steering us in a certain direction anyway, so I'm just happening to steer us in a direction where I already feel like I'm heading in my personal life.
Yeah, I could see that. But I like the idea of loving up to, yeah, to down with it. We have to grow a soul patch.
What?
Soul
You? Oh man.
It's the douchiest thing. Every douche in the world has always had this thing going on.
That's so 90s new metal.
Oh, yeah.
Like Disturbed, yeah. This is not even a pickup song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Not going to.
We're gonna go back home and we're gonna turn on. You're just gonna hear Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord. All these Liberty students.
That one song, though, the Kingdom song.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known what that was.
Well, I probably got a little bit on here, so I'll just.
Shazam it.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You can? How do you do that? With lyrics?
It's an app. All you do is play, it'll record, and it'll search on the internet, and it'll find, it'll tell you exactly what song.
That could have saved my childhood from a lot of despair.
So having to cycle through and hope you heard it.
Yeah.
It took me so long to discover Enya. Yeah, I should have been known about Enya.
You did that through Shazam?
No, not through. But I'm just thinking, like, I've heard this sound before. I've heard this. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
And when I finally heard it, discovered it was Enya. It's like, and everyone else is like, oh my god.
It's so loud in here.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this last time, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Which is strange because it was a weekend. I felt like there was more people.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality.
That's true. So, yeah, identity. Do you think I should go the throwback route?
That's my bias.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that would help your life out at all, but I do love afros.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like straight up?
I just love them, yeah. Especially of your heritage.
The golden throw, man.
Yeah, just every which way.
Man, I have some pictures. I'm really proud of the pictures that I have, but
I've probably seen the ones on your Facebook.
Yeah, the ones on my Facebook. The maintenance is so ridiculous. Yeah, it was like a sun. Like it had its own like.
Yeah, its own rays.
Yeah, it's like a.
The statue of probity.
Yeah. It was crazy. Statue of Probity.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was good for a while. I felt like people thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
Uncanny.
And didn't you say you felt like people didn't take you seriously?
Yeah, very much so. I ran customer service with Kmart right over here.
Oh, you told me that you loved that job.
I love that job, yeah. But it was kind of hard to be like the figurehead. I was more like the mascot. It just looked so crazy.
Yeah. It's cold in here.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
I don't know.
It's weird. A what? For a waffle, did you say? I don't know.
What's drink?
Oh man.
You drink all your water so quick.
What's that?
You always drink your water quick.
Yeah. I just drink a lot of water right there.
And then I'm going to get
Just to consume.
Ham, bacon, or sausage?
Yeah.
chocolate waffle.
So what do you think of some of the things I shared with you tonight?
To share what?
Some of the things I shared with you in the document. You down with all
Oh
that?
yeah, I thought that was really cool. I think a lot of it's going to take some more time. Like ideally, I'd like this to be as just get the ball going.
Yeah. To digest or to really create?
Or to at least have
Little eyelash.
to at least have reputation.
A what? It's
To get the reputation.
the reputation like social networks?
Yeah, it was just be recognized in the community as the concrete chiefers.
Yeah. That's why we should take some kind of pictures. So we have some kind of content to post.
Okay, that's cool.
Just a picture of us sitting there working.
I don't know. I have one of you that I took and sent a video. Thank you.
You sent a what?
Last time we hung out, I snapped a picture of you
What was I doing?
on my computer. You weren't doing much or anything, you were just on the computer. I sent it to video.
Have you told her about me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Has she, have you showed her my music?
Not, I sent her a link and I told her about it, but I don't think she was really had that much time.
Yeah. Probably weird to her anyway.
It might be a little weird. How is it?
I haven't even shown her.
Really?
She hates my music anyway, and that's me showing her
your
normal
taste?
stuff.
What's normal stuff?
I'll even put on like Bjork and she'll be like, and she just listens to Christian radio. It's awful. I would never even consider even liking someone. Yeah, it's hard. Every time I'm always trying to find common ground, but every time I put in a CD, she just turns the volume down and just starts talking. And
Really?
yeah, it's annoying
Dude, I don't even know how you guys became friends. Like, thinking about your personality.
because I don't have anybody else. I don't want that to sound mean, but
Yeah.
I'm just, and it's not even like amusing her. It's just like I'm trying to appreciate everyone. But
It's
yeah,
crazy because your personalities are just so at different, odd ends of the spectrum.
yeah, it's very difficult being around her because every time she does something, she's like, "Am I going to hell? Am I going to hell for this?" And she's a new Christian. She doesn't understand a lot.
She's a new Christian?
Yeah, and she's just
She wasn't Christian like her whole life?
no, up until like a year ago. So she's just obsessed with hell, and it's a little bit much. She's a little bit weird. She feels like she has to confess her sins to everybody.
I thought she was like raised that. I
No.
naturally assumed that because when I met her a year ago, she was very Christian.
That was right when she started. A little screw loose when it comes to certain things, but I mean, yeah.
How did that? So she wasn't raised that way. What was her life experience to lead her down?
Her parents are very different than that. She just, I don't even know. She's just searching for some kind of fulfillment, as anyone could fill a void. You look freaked out.
I'm just processing it. There's just a lot to process.
Yeah. I hate to sound like I'm using people, but it's definitely the case that if I had more options, then I would probably not be getting together with her all the time.
Don't you feel like you can have more options if you put yourself out there in different categories?
I'm trying to do as much as I can, but it's still, it's hard because I'm trying to get, I'm not just going the normal route like normal people do and they do what's appropriate. I'm trying to put myself out as this is who I am, this is my authentic self,
Yeah.
and that doesn't get a lot of bites. No.
But isn't there like a strong art community in town?
Where? Here?
Yeah. Art space downtown.
The art space, you'll get like 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and they're middle-aged and they're married and they're bored, and that's why they're painting. That's the art around here.
There's really no like resurgence.
There's no counterculture or underground here. I am the underground.
You really think
I
so?
am the underground. Yeah.
I've seen little parts of it, but it's not as unapologetic.
Yeah. I've seen little tastes of things, but it's also very, I don't know. It's not as fleshed out. It's more like unhoned potential rather than an actual project usually.
Yeah. I've seen it in Riverview art space. Like I've seen good art there. Yeah. They usually-
Memorable?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then again, I used to go there every first Friday.
I've never been there.
Okay.
So I'm probably speaking on my ass when I say
They have an exhibit every first Friday out of every month.
let's go sometime.
I was gonna say like a Friday night. We could just go. It's free. You just show up and look at art and meet artists. But
It's funny because I'm not actually an art fan.
yeah, I don't.
You either?
mean, I don't really know.
It's a supplement to my music, but if I wasn't doing music, I would. If I didn't need album art, I wouldn't be making art.
What about, like, that makes sense, actually. But what about...
I always feel weird saying that and
what about
pointing
the
out that I'm not passionate about it.
artwork in your room? Like, that's very...
It serves the utility. It's not for its own sake.
Really?
It's
All the hypno stuff?
It's a way of getting my mind what's inside outside, and I need to live in a place that reflects my ambitions or my identity in order to like magnify it. Yeah.
Very interesting. I'm gonna ask him for a smaller plate. It's cool.
For what?
Smaller plate.
Why? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Lady in Transit.
Yeah. Can I have a smaller plate?
Absolutely, yeah. One moment.
But yeah, I once
You know, folks, I just don't want to be the gay baby.
yeah.
There you go. I'll be right back.
But the way I put it is, I think that our living spaces, like sanctuaries, should be a reflection of the gods they serve.
So, like your room, right?
Yeah, and I want to be a reflection of what I serve in life, to keep that reverence.
What you serve in life.
Yeah,
So, hypnosis being sleep.
it's more of an essence rather than an actual being hypnosed. Yeah, and not even necessarily hypnosed, just the feeling, the atmosphere. It somehow reinforces my identity.
What about the bees?
The bees. I still love them, but that's not as big with my identity as it was when I was younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I still love them though, but
Why did you move away from that?
I didn't really. It's just I picked up new symbols that seem more current. Do you want more of this? These aren't even hot or warm.
Cold.
It's like they made them and just sat on the counter for 10 minutes.
Everything is fucking cold in here.
One time I witnessed someone run from one side of the room to the other. And they just like this beanbag thing, or they jumped too far, planted their feet, landed on the beanbag with their butt, and their knees went through the wall.
What do you think old ages can be like?
It was like at a percentage.
I never expected to reach it.
I never expected so much. So what happens if you do?
It's a surprise. I can't even see myself at 35. I can't see myself at 31.
So you just
I've lived in this perpetual mode of death consciousness for half my life.
do you feel as though if you were to survive longer, or the one life, all that energy spent
That it would be what?
for no reason?
No, because it actually allowed me to live more. And I never slackened because of it. I worked 10 times as hard each day because of it. They kept everything in focus. So there's nothing wasted. I feel like I made the best possible use of my time. And resources.
There was a period of time where I felt a lot less existential, a lot more nihilistic. Not something I really want to identify with.
You feel more like the control is in your hands?
Yeah, now I do. Control is definitely a good thing. But it was a period of time where I thought, what is the purpose? Because I'm just a fleeting, there's so much. There's so many people out there.
Another brick in the wall?
There's so many, so many, with so many more resources that I can't tap into. I felt frustrated. have to regain control. I can't let myself be frustrated.
Yeah. Do you like it better with just ketchup? Yeah.
It's always how I'd like it. What about you?
Yeah.
I think it's good despite being cold.
I don't like it hot anyway, so.
My little sister was a little bit. I used that. When I get a house next year, I'm planning on buying like a baby keyboard laptop.
Just think about the Mars Volta.
What about them? Their hair? I think you dropped something in your lap.
Let's save them for how they just nailed it. Style, music.
And there was no one before them like them.
Not really, yeah.
No.
I mean, I can see influences from
Like Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
But that's nothing like them, even though.
No.
Whenever I eat breakfast, I think of a random. Whenever I eat breakfast, I think of a really dumb thing that I asked my parents.
Yeah. You look like you're about to raise hell.
Like about to raise up.
Bugs in your establishment? What kind of establishment you running?
Said one of you.
Do you want more of this?
Nah, dude, I'm good. I think I overdid it.
You think you overdid it? Really? Like stomachache or just weight?
In between what I ate at your house, like that whole thing of chips and dip.
Are you being weight conscious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hash browns are, potatoes themselves are very low.
Carbs, right?
Yeah, it's carbs.
Carbs. My body will release them into sugar.
Yeah. I never paid attention to carbs. It was always calories for me. I eat nothing but carbs.
Nothing with carbs?
Just oatmeal, potatoes, bread. It's like rice. That's everything to me. I just carb load. Maybe that's why I'm always like narcoleptic. I'm tired.
Yeah, that could explain a lot, actually.
Grammar? Like, does it still exist?
Yeah, that's crazy. Nothing about carbs. What about protein?
Oatmeal has some. Yeah, I probably get like 20 something grams of protein with every bowl.
I'm gonna swing by my house before I drop you off.
For what?
It's not far. My other batteries.
Oh, okay. Is it dead? Oh. Why? When do you want to go?
It's actually not far from me.
Okay.
Whenever you're down here.
Oh, really? Is that when you want to? Are you feeling like going home for the night then?
Yeah.
Yeah. You tired?
After I drop you off.
Okay.
Just because I have to be conscious of it tomorrow, what it is, yeah.
What, work?
Yeah, whole
time is
8
it?
hours. I think it's close to 11.
Is it? Oh, wow. The first few hours went so slow, but then it.
It picked up. I think, I don't know, what time do we leave here? I mean, I'll leave your house.
9.
Really?
How did that happen?
I have no idea, dude. First few hours flew by. I mean, the opposite. The first few hours felt like forever.
Sunny side up.
You read through all of that.
Big fatty
And
mouth.
it felt like
Yeah.
we were there forever.
Yeah, it did. It was weird.
John Waffle
Sure.
House coming. We just got a lot of ones coming up.
Time being manipulated.
Yeah.
How do you feel about getting up on Friday, though?
About what? Getting together? Yeah.
Well, Saturday is when they have the golf night, right? Saturday?
Yeah.
Would you rather just wait till then? Because I know Thursday I have band practice.
You mean like before golf night?
Yeah. Or whatever you want to do. Maybe Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. I'm totally fine with that. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like, what should I even wear for the outfit? I don't know what to wear for the outfit.
Just a band shirt even will work. It depends on how theatrical you want to be. Most people just come in a black shirt and pants.
About fishnets.
Put your baby blanket on your head.
You know what I'm talking about? Like that, like Uber, like vampire.
Oh, it's so gross, yeah.
Gothy, like interview with the vampire.
I'm picturing it on all the wrong people though, like the fat goths with the fishnets. It's gross. Yeah, I felt overdosed last time because I came with my hands all blood drenched.
Really?
I didn't tell you? Yeah, I did.
Just your hands though, right?
Which is like, I wasn't thinking I had to go through a whole restaurant filled with children and families. My hands all.
What else were you wearing? Just that? Were you wearing the hat?
A black tank top, hat, and yeah.
Bloody up the hands.
I had some on my forehead too. I think I had some like blood spots there. I have all these things I bought that are like they're metallic temporary tattoos of like suns and moons, and I sometimes just put them there.
The last two nights,
It's easier for me to get a stomachache than it is for me to leave anything on my plate.
Do you have one? Stomachache?
Not currently, but I care about that. I'm gonna use the bathroom again before we leave.
I gotta wait to check.
You're good paying for that?
but yeah, not like.
I'll take the next one.
I'd tell you right now. You talking about? I'll tell you.
That was cool about the distribution money though.
Yeah.
$50 out of nowhere. I was wondering why my money was depleting with all the food I've been eating.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So what shirts you?
Yeah, that's all from like Spotify and iTunes plays.
My place?
Maybe even my place. But yeah, that's interesting because I'm not even banking on that. But it's cool
You
that
listen to yourself on Spotify at times?
I did it all.
I put that. I'm sure I've probably gotten some of that. That's me, but that's part of the reason I wanted to be on Spotify, just because so I didn't have to keep putting it on iPod, iPhone. I wanted to listen to other stuff, but I wanted it convenient. So it was easier to just put it up for the world to hear.
And it pays for itself too.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the vacuum.
All the interruptions I got on, like, those are the one time we went up, we went to Tennessee whiskey. Right at the perfect moment when we were in there with the chin hat. And I was just like,
How it's so much nicer out here than here.
Yeah, it really is. It was so freezing in there the whole time.
What were you just talking about? Did something happen?
Stomach.
Oh, really? Oh, that sucks. You paid to hurt? Paid for pain? Really? With what? Like the wasabi? Oh, man. Oh, it's cold again! Kind of. It's like a weird, kind of cold, kind of not.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Like cold here, not here. It's like a...
Yeah. I'm gonna swing by my house real quick before I have a nicotine withdrawal.
Oh, really? When's the last time you smoked?
It was just, I was vaping earlier at your house.
Okay. But you haven't since we came out?
No.
Well, damn.
You smoke cigarettes. Why is this like this?
So
Why?
stupid. Uh-oh. I thought you were going to hit that.
No.
Yeah, this is stupid. I mean, there's no sense behind this layout. It's like a 2-year-old did Minecraft. Whoa, Wisconsin. Solipsism.
I would.
Weren't we fake chatting with someone from Wisconsin?
Yeah, we were talking about how it would be cool to have
Mm-hmm.
an internet presence